Welcome ladies and gentlemen to this module on art and science of photography. So today we'll be learning the two sides of the same coin. Okay, and the science of photography starts with what is called as the exposure triangle. This is the basis of photography if you ask me. But are you able to make out what's behind her? Can you see what's behind her? No, because that is falling in the shallow depth of field. And this is the precise requirement of, as I said, a portrait photograph. Okay, so let's get back into our live mode. And instead of f1.8, let's click it at f9. So bigger the number, smaller the aperture. Smaller the aperture, higher is the depth of field. Okay, so focus, capture, side, and high depth of field with a small aperture on the left hand side, isn't it? So this is the difference between a high depth of field and a shallow depth of field. 30th of a second is slow shutter. I select 1/10th of a second. Okay. Autofocus, right? And I just move the globe so that it is in motion, and we will see what kind of picture we get. Okay, can you see? I'm just moving the globe and then click. Okay, it's very crisp and sharp. So this is the comparison I wanted to show you when it comes to shutter speed. 500th of a second is good enough, and therefore you get the kind of freeze which you wanted in that picture. So just at 1/500th of a second. Obviously, a bird flying is doing the same at a much higher speed. So to freeze the action, you have to use a faster shutter speed than a person running. So I use 1/1000 of a second, which helps me freeze the action for the flying bird. Which, as I said, you have to actually meter for the light on the field and then take a decision on the ISO numbers. But then, yes, it can be a starting point, right? See, on the right hand side, you see a picture with 100 ISO, or even for that matter 1000 ISO, whereas it is 51,200 on the left hand side. Can you see the amount of grains comparison between the two pictures?